University. Welcome back to the GST class. We are going to start with your unit number 2 from the syllabus of Rani Chennava University, Belagavi, right? So unit number 2 is about extended definitions of GST. Scope of GST section 1, section 1 of what? CGST Act 2017, and then definitions section 2. All these definitions fall under section 2 of section 2 only, okay, that is definition, and these many definitions are given under unit number 2. Over your unit number 2 is very short, very small, right? Then we are going to learn about actionable claim, address of delivery, address of records, adjudicating authority, agent, aggregate turnover, agriculturist, appointed day, and assessment. Okay, now let me tell you about the scope of GST and definition. The definition about a few things we are going to learn today, and then aggregate turnover. A video is already made on it, right? Please go through that aggregate turnover. The link will be given in the description box. So 3 videos will be made on unit number 2, right? Very short videos. Please go through that. We will start with the section 1 of CGST Act 2017. It is short title, extend and commencement. Section 1 always speaks about the scope of that act, right? So this act may be called as Central Goods and Services Tax Act 2017. The name of the act is given. Name of the act is given in the section 1 always, and the section 1 says in the GST Act that Central Goods and Services Tax Act 2017. This is the name of the act. Next, it extends to whole of India except the state of Jammu and Kashmir. Let me tell you friends, this act was made in 2017, and then Jammu and Kashmir had the special status. You all know about the Article 370, and it is scrapped, and as of now it is also applicable to Jammu and Kashmir. What? CGST Act. It shall come into force on such date as the central government may, by notification in the official gazette, appoint. Now what do you mean by this appoint? See, every law, every act is appointed, and on the day on which act is appointed, we call it as appointed day. As you know, for the GST, appointed day is 1st of July 2017, right? Provided that different dates may be appointed for different provisions of this act. Now I will give you an example. There are many such provisions where different dates are assigned for taking into effect. Like one example, reverse charge, section 9, subsection 4 or subsection 5. Now what is this reverse charge? Reverse charge was not applicable when GST was rolled out. This reverse charge was made applicable from 2019 onwards. And even till today, for many such services, for many goods, for many supplies, let me tell you, reverse charge is not applicable, right? Then the definition of goods, the basic definitions we are going to learn in this video. In my next video, I will be speaking about actionable claim. Okay, now the basic definitions, right? We will start section 2, subsection 52 of CGST Act says goods means every kind of movable property. Now every kind of movable property, you take any movable property, we will call that as good only. Okay, other than, there are exceptions given, other than money and securities. So money is not a good. Who is saying this? The definition said this. Money is not a good. Security is also not a good, but includes, look at the definition, but includes actionable claim. Now what do you mean by this actionable claim? Please refer to my next video. Growing crops. Growing crops means the crops which are still growing, right? It is not completely grown or yielded. Such crops are also called as goods, right? If it is a good, let me tell you one thing. If it is a good, can you sell it? Can you supply it? Yes, right? We only have to define whether it is a good or not. Look at the definition, how broad the definition is. Every kind of movable property, the act says, every kind of movable property. Now the grass and other things attached to or forming part of land. Look at this definition. The grass which is attached to land, that is also a good. You can sell that grass also, right? And the trees which are also part of or attached to the land, you can say that is also good. Forming part of land, if you are selling anything which is forming part of land, anything I'm saying, I'm not saying that land itself is a good, I am not saying that. What they say, movable property, land is a immovable property, right? Please understand this definition clearly, right? Anything that is forming part of land like grass or any other crops, you can say, all those are goods which are agreed to be severed before the supply or under the contract of supply. Now the Contract Act is also applicable over here, right? So we are speaking about supply of any kind of movable property, including actionable claim, growing crops, or any such grass which is a forming part of land will be called as a good, but does not include money and securities. That is not a good. If you have 10 rupee, can you supply it to someone else? No, it is not a good. Now then, services. Service means anything other than goods. Look at the definition, section 2, subsection 102. Service means any kind of thing which is other than good. If it is not a good, then that will be considered as service, right? Money and securities, any other than goods, money and securities, it means service. This money and security is also not a service, it is also not a good. We are considering that as completely different thing other than goods and services, right? But includes activities relating to use of money. If there are any such activities which are relating to use of money or the conversion thereof, then we call it as a service. The definition says money or security is not a service, but yes, anything which is affiliated to or which is attached to these two things like money and securities, then that will be considered as service. Example, currency exchange, best example. Currency exchange, what are they doing? They are dealing in money, right? They are taking some money and they are giving some other currencies, and they are doing these activities. And this activity will be considered as service. Hope you are understanding. Anything which is related to security like demat account, like remat. See, you are getting financial services. Under that financial services, security services are also given. Security services. Now all such services will be considered as service in inverted commas as service under the GST Act. And if you are supplying such service, you are meant to pay the GST. Sir, you may ask me, why are we learning these definitions? These definitions are very important, friends. It is because you should first know what is a good, what is a service. If it is a good, if it is a service, then GST is applicable. If it is not a good, if it is not a service, GST is not applicable. Goods and services tax is applicable on only goods and services which is mentioned in this act. If it is not mentioned here, you need not worry about it. But as I am telling you since first video, like GST has covered almost all goods and services in India. Now that's all about your definitions, okay? Goods and services. We today have learned three things. Number one, section 1, that is the scope of GST. Number 2 is the definition of goods, and number 3, the definition of services, right? And the definition of actionable claim will be told to you in the next video, right? See you in next video. Till then, stay safe, stay healthy, stay home. Thank you.